Hey everybody, watch this review. Here we look at Rhino from the Spider-Man Classics Series 2. There are currently 3 versions of Rhino circulating around in the more articulate circuit. This version from the early one, Spider-Man Classics wave, Marvel Legends version from the Fearsome Foes box set, I think it was from the Fearsome Foes box set, and the Ultimate Rhino, which comes in one of the later classic lines and basically has a similar sculpt, but it has the articulation to make it, not the articulation, the extra detailing to make it look like the Ultimate version. I was actually tempted to get the Marvel Legends version just because it has a lot more articulation, but I learned about this guy first and I was already kind of set on getting him, so I just ended up going with this. He's also a bit cheaper, by the way. Not as much articulation, obviously. He's a more statuesque character. Comes with a base. He's both as having 13 points of articulation, but if you count his actual points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Did I do that right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12. Right. You'll notice that he only has 12 points of articulation. Why is that? Because for some reason they included the base in the count. I don't get it. That or he has an invisible point of articulation somewhere. Maybe he can move, I don't know, an invisible tail. But, you know, he's more of a statuesque character anyway. Speaking of which, if you look at the base here, it actually has 4 different peg holes. He's got a peg on each foot. And of course the feet can be moved. So they can be popped into any one of this one, this one, this one, or this one over here. So you can get just a variety of poses out of the figure, which is a cool touch. Just quickly pop him into one of the other ones. Show off. Unfortunately, some of them don't look as good as others. Like this one right here is going to be kind of funny, but you kind of have to play around with him. Just move where the center of gravity is, then you get a different look. But all in all, he's a pretty cool dude for being so little articulated, and you can get all the essential poses of him charging, which you'd have to actually snap him to base to get him to stand still. And even then, he's kind of shaky. He's in a really light figure, but even as a light figure, I'm trying to remember which peg I need to pop him in to do that. I mean, he's still bulky enough that it'll cause you trouble when you're trying to pose him in some ways. I mean, you see a figure this size, you're thinking he's going to probably be quite a bit heavier, but he's really not. People not familiar with him, he's a lesser-known Spider-Man rogue. He first made his appearance during the symbiote arc, when Spider-Man got his black suit. This looks like a more modern version, though, because he's got more rhino-y feet, and he's got the shoulder pads, where in the original comic, which actually is included with him, he had more of a generic look, which is kind of like what you see with the Marvel Legend. It's just a generic bruiser look. But he gets his powers from his suit. The suit's some kind of a polymer which is bound to his skin, kind of like the Scorpion actually. It was given to him by, I think, foreign nationals. I think he originally came from Russia. I'll just toss in the Wikipedia entry next to in the description. You guys can just read up all about him. But yeah, I really like the face sculpt. I mean, the coloring is a little funky, but other than that, it's a really nice looking face. It really gives a nice bruiser look, and you have all the little detail with the fake rhino eyes and everything on it. It's a pretty nice looking figure despite being, well, first of all, pretty light, so it feels kind of cheap. I mean, the same thing happened with some of the later Marvel Legends. Like the Fin Fang Foom line, where a bunch of them felt kind of light. But other than that, you've got all the articulation where you need it just for posing him. He's more of a statuesque guy than a normal, fully articulated figure, especially because even it appears like impeded, but he's got decent looking muscular detailing, and you have the whole amount of detail where it's just the various lines and the various cracks in the armor, which, like I said, it's more of a modern interpretation because the original was just like a skin suit, which of course had the lines on it, but it also had like little warts and stuff, I seem to recall. I don't have the comic on hand, but pretty cool dude. Got him cheap. Do like him. I pose him well at the tops of my shelves. He doesn't actually get one of the prime posing spots, but like I have some that I keep like right by my computer, then one I keep on top of my computer, and one I keep right in front of my computer, which I kind of switch around. But all in all, solid figure. Yeah.